Okay guys, the seeds usually take about 48 hours, so before you plant anything, let's do a last quick inventory check. Make sure your tents are set up correctly, make sure everything is sealed up correctly and you got your ventilation in place. Make sure your lights are working, whatever your heat source that you're using is on and working. If you have to use some type of cooling source, make sure that's all set. Last check is something I forgot to mention when we set up the tent, is your temperature gauge. This is important. You want a good temperature gauge. Once you get your tent and you get your lights and you get your heat, turn the tent on, light them up, use the temperature gauge for a couple days if you can, because the one that I started out with failed on me twice. I'm not going to mention the name of it because I don't want them to come after me. But the one that I replaced it with is this one, the Inkbird. It's been working for me for over a year now. Never failed. Always works well. Split up your power sources between surge protectors and you should be pretty good. For materials, get yourself a good watering device. And for my medium, I use the Green Tree Ultimate Blend. It's my favorite. I love it. It's the only thing I use. That and water. Actually, I'm lying. I have a terp tea I use too, but that's toward the end of flower. I'll tell you about it later. And the Hydroton clay pebbles. I put a little of that in my soil before I put the seeds in. They soak up a lot of water that you put into the plant, into your medium, and what they'll end up doing is they'll release it into the medium as the medium starts to dry out. So your roots don't dry out on you if you have some time in between waterings. It keeps them drinking. So I use this, the Ultimate Blend, the Hydroton, the terp tea I'll tell you about later on, and the Root Riot. I'll tell you about that later on too, along with the Clonex. Alright? Checking out your tents, make sure they're all set.